And then, of course, there are strategy questions, too, about how you play these Warriors. The Rockets have been criticized for all of the ISO, right, that they are running here. Mike D'Antoni, very committed to his strategy. He says, we can beat anybody, anywhere, anytime, playing the way we play. Right. Is this smart stuff?
Not at all. And he came out after the game. Him and James said they didn't change anything. The game 2, they won. Oh, y'all changed a lot because y'all moved the ball. Y'all done dribble the air out the ball like y'all normally do. And the guys that you expect to chase Clay and KD around our game, you gave them the ball. You gave them shots. You made them happy. You can't expect these guys to chase these guys all around and not give them shots. That's why they won game 2. Game 3, they wasn't even there. Golden State just showed they was the better team. And they're going to struggle game 4, I tell you that.
I mean, the thing is, you got to count on Harden to be great every night, CP to have his back. But then you're asking me, P.J. Tucker in game 2, he had 20 points. He can't keep that up.
Bro, that was 12. That was the 12th time in 200 and something games where he had over 20 points.
That's why you can't expect him to keep that up. And if you have to go through that, it's sort of like Cleveland last year in the finals. They had to have a record-setting night to win one game in the finals. They went where they made 23, 26 threes.
Right.
That's just the type of team we're going up against. And you know, it's not about just putting 4 superstars together. They all complement each other. Curry doesn't have to have the ball all the time. Durant can play off the ball.
Clay barely needs to touch it.
Yeah, Clay just needs 16 seconds to get 60 points.
Right.
And what it comes down to is D'Antoni's a little bit too stubborn. You know, teams that win championships and that win games on the road, they make it by making adjustments. So he's going to have to make some adjustments.
All right, I'm going to counter-argue you here. I mean, this is a guy who we know is capable of changing systems. He's developed completely different anti-ISO systems, right? But his big thing is efficiency. And he says that in these 2 players, their most efficient offense is letting them ISO because that's how they score the best. They maximize their scoring that way because of the talent of those 2 guys. If they really believe that's the best way for them to score, I don't know that we should expect them to change it in Game 4 of the Western Conference Finals.
Well, it hasn't been an ISO team that won a championship in a while.
Well, that's
So I don't know if that's going to work today.
Right.
Like isolation, it comes down to this. You need isolation in a close game, down the stretch, not all game, because think about it. When you win these tough, close games, a Game 5 or a Game 7, it came down to, like, in the championship, Kyrie making a big individual play, or LeBron making a great individual play. But, like, when you're constantly doing all game, no ball movement, it's tough when those shots aren't falling. It deflates the rest of the players around. And then once Golden State gets a lead, they feed off of that, and then next thing you know, it's over.
See, to me, it's less about, should they ISO or not. It's that if you're going to ISO, you got to do it. It's kind of like you're saying, Seth, you got to do it
early.
You got to do it at the high level. You got to do it early in the shot clock. The other guys have to be moving around. You got to be creating that kind of stuff. You have to play at almost a perfect level, and then maybe you compete with Golden State.
Maybe.
It's really,
maybe.
Which kind of gets back to the original point. I mean, it feels more and more like this is just a losing effort.
We just need to not worry about Houston, the rest of the team. We need to just sit back and appreciate this Golden State team and what they've brought to us as fans and enjoy this dynasty they're creating.
See, that's a retired player because the current
I'm glad I'm out the league and I don't have to face that.
Right? You're fine. You all agree with me, by the way, that that Houston has to win tonight?
Oh, yeah, no question. No question.
I mean, I know people have come back from 3-1 on the Warriors. I get it, but not with Kevin Durant.